We're doing something fun today, I think. I actually don't know the last time we did an AMA about me. Usually we do an AMA about the streamer awards, but I think it's genuinely been a few years since we have done an Ask Me Anything about me. QTCinderella, hi, that's me. Hi guys. So we're gonna do that today. And if I skip a question, I'll be gifting 10 subs. The goal is not to skip. I'm here to be honest. The most honest AMA ever. And if you're one of my exes watching this to be like, is she gonna mention me? No. I don't know. Who is your least favorite podcast co-host? Kaya is my least favorite. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Changes week by week. Right now, I'm gonna say my least favorite is Austin. Even though I love him, he's a bit of a diva because he wants us to switch sets and all this stuff. And I'm like, Austin, I don't want to switch sets. No, I love Austin. I just really don't care about the lighting. I just don't care. I can't be bothered. I don't care if I look ugly on the podcast. What aesthetic are you thinking of for your third podcast? I kind of want to just make a set like this. I think it'd be really cool. I just like the color scheme. I think it's missing blue, like a teal of some kind, but I like a really colorful, girly, but like kind of like rich, bougie, but you know, chaotic aesthetic. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Your fear of flying is gone the next time you wake. How does your next year in your life and career change? I think I'd be a happier person because I could visit my family more often. I literally can't visit my family because it's like a 16-hour drive. And so I think I'd be a much happier person if I wasn't afraid of flying. I think it's like a bit hereditary because my grandma has never flown. She's going to die having never flown on an airplane. My mom was afraid of it and then she started working for an airline and kind of got over it. Like she'd still have some hard time. But then there's me too, also really bad at it. Any new events in the pipeline you want to talk about it? Yeah, sure. Let's do this. Let's do some leaks. This summer, we are bringing back Beyblade Shit Camp, but it's going to be very different. Another murder mystery. I'm deciding if I want to do old Hollywood themed or if I want to do masquerade themed. And then potentially one that I can't leak yet. So I'll wait on that. And then I potentially will do the summer concert. I'm not sold on doing the summer concert just yet, but there won't be a Christmas concert this year. So that kind of makes me want to do a summer concert because there won't be a Christmas concert this year. Would you consider Miss Queen Caroline Kwan to co-host with you for the next Streamer Awards? Of course I'd consider it. Not a no from me, dog, but it's an I don't know from me, dog. I think my goal with Streamer Awards is Caroline might still be a little too green in the industry. There's just so many other people that have been a part of the industry longer that I feel like might be nice. One of my dream co-hosts would be like Foosley, but I think Caroline would be an amazing co-host. Who are you closest with on Fear and who are you least close with? I think I'm closest with Austin. Austin and I talk pretty regularly. And then I'm probably least close with, like, I probably spend the least amount of time with Hassan. He just doesn't do much outside of like streaming and podcasting. And I don't do much outside of streaming and podcasting. So it all comes to like, Austin will like call me and just like check on me, or Will call me and just like check on me, and Hassan's just busy. And I don't think he like spends a lot of time with anybody. So which of the times when you've been canceled would you think was probably deserved? Okay, let's do the cutie canceled tier list. I've never been fully canceled, for the record. I just get in trouble for being annoying. The Swiftie one was not deserved. That was cringe. The Fortnite song people were pretty mad at me for. I mean, that's not my fault. Leviathan threw a line in there none of us were expecting. You know, whatever. I think people being mad at me for yelling at Babsity was deserved. I think I was cringe. I think like that's one of the most cringe things I've ever done. There's been a few times where I've like inserted myself into drama unintentionally. I just like kind of forget that like I need to shut the fuck up, that people don't care about my opinion, but then I throw my opinion into the sphere. And in the past, I've kind of like commented on other people's drama when I should have just shut up. So I think that's deserved. But I haven't been doing it since. I haven't done it in a long time. I am publicly fighting a furry, and I don't feel bad about that. So what was the most amount of like money you've had to turn down from a sponsor? It was $300,000. It was Fan House, the first Streamer Awards, because part of it would have been Streamer Awards brought to you by Fan House, which Fan House doesn't exist anymore. So I feel fine saying this, but it would have been like, it would have just been a title sponsor, and it would have been like up there. And Maya wasn't necessarily comfortable with it, and she was my co-host. So there's a lot of layers to it. And then this one, who is the most famous person you've turned down streaming with / doing content with? There is someone, and I can't say, so I have to gift the 10. It's a comedian that I really, really like, and they reached out to me to do something. And then upon further investigation, I learned that unfortunately they potentially have some like drama for some not so ideal stuff that they've done. And so I had to say no. And I was really sad because I thought they were really funny. I was bummed. It was fan. Yeah. How did you first discover Twitch? I watched LCS. My boyfriend many years ago was really into League, and he would play League and he would watch League. And then I started watching League, and then I started playing League. And he actually said to me that he thought I would be really funny if I streamed. He was like, "You're funny and you're cute." He thought I was cute. And he was like, "I think people would watch you play League." And so then I was like, bet. And then I started streaming and I was kind of cringe. I wasn't me when I first started streaming. And then he would like watch me sometimes and be like, "Ooh, you're kind of cringe." And I think I started streaming kind of gave him the ick, which is kind of funny. Turns out he was wrong and no one wanted to watch me stream League. And I wasn't funny and I wasn't cute. So what can you do? Are you gonna make the yarn a podcast? Any ideas for name? Yes, I think we will. And name, we're struggling. The mothership is not happening. That's a dumb name. Sam really liked the idea of off topic, but we couldn't take that one because it used to be a really famous podcast and we would never surpass it, is what we learned. The one we're closest on is distracted because it's like broad enough. It doesn't sound like, podcast. It doesn't yell podcast at you. It's not like whine about it that throws you in a TJ Maxx hole. Isn't that from Star Wars? What? I think it's okay. I don't think it's bad. I think the problem is as soon as I hear a word, I don't like it. Like, I didn't even like the name Whine About It. I think Whine About It's a dumbass name. I think Feriand is a dumbass name. I think Distracted is a better name than both of those. I like the name for a podcast, Lack of Attention, but it's too long. It's too wordy. It's better just have one word. What is the most important thing you learned from being a bigger
Love
female
it
streamer?
here.
Due to me being smart at the beginning of my streaming career, I have done a good job at keeping a lot of stuff private. Like, you guys don't know my dad's name. You guys don't know my sister's name. And these are people that have like been on my streams. I think that's really important as a female streamer because there's not one female streamer that I know of that does not have a stalker. I say that very honestly. So the most important thing I've learned from being a female streamer is never reply to DMs, no matter what size you are, because that's usually how stalkers start. It's just a very innocent DM of like, "Hey, saw your stream, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for streaming. It means so much to me." And you say, "You're so welcome." And then they're like, "Oh, she loves me." Just being as private as possible is really smart. Are you aggressively child-free? Jesus. Because I read you were when I first started following, but I don't get the vibe. What? What do you mean you read I was? What is happening? I don't understand this question. I don't super want children. I'm good. Is Chase doing all right? Do you think he misses you? I don't know. I have a family reunion this year. I'm gonna see what he's up to. Unironically, you guys want to hear something crazy? I don't know why I never mentioned this. Chase married someone whose name is Claire, which is funny because my name is Blair. And I think that's kind of funny. So now Claire has the same last name as me because Chase has the same last name as me. Anyway, he's obsessed. Something you can leak. Hassan's real name isn't Hassan. It's actually Austin. We just don't call him Austin because it's really confusing when there's two Austins. Who is the most famous person in your contacts? Pokey's pretty famous, I would say. I got Prezzo. He's famous as hell. Oh, Bella? I got Bella's number. Who in LA would you call your BFF excluding your boyfriend/pets? I don't think I have one. Caroline and I have only ever hung out like intentionally. Like, she came to my house to hang out one time, I think. She might have come for the Super Bowl too, like twice. I mean, I like her, but I don't know about like best friend forever. I would say last year I was way better at like hanging out with people. I went like camping, but that was big for me. I don't like leaving the house. And I was hanging out with like 3 people pretty often, but then that kind of like fell apart. And I'm not glue. I'm bad. I cannot be glue in a friendship. I like can't check in with people and like be like, "Yo, do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that?" I'm working on it. I just have a really hard time like connecting with people past a like superficial level, if that makes sense. What would your dream merch idea, collab/drop be? Just any that looks good. It's just like the last thing on my radar. Walmart would be cool. We do a drop with Walmart. Ooh, Subway would be cool. We do like a foot-long drop. We just release things that are a foot long. I think like when I think of like collabs with like mainstream media stuff, I mean, the obvious ones are like Wilton, KitchenAid, like let's do some baking stuff. But like imagine Hot Cheetos. Imagine my face on Hot Cheetos. I'm like, "These are freaking spicy." And you guys are like, "Wow, I'm gonna go buy the cutie Hot Cheetos." That'd be so sick. What is your league rank? What was your highest? My league rank right now now I think is bronze 2. We haven't played a ton for the record, but the season just ended, so we can play again. The highest I ever got was silver 1, 100 LP. I was in my promos for gold as the servers reset. It was after like 14 days of hard grinding, and it was really sad. I think I cried. I was so tired, and we were so close. It would have been so cool if we got it. I think 2 people DC'd. I was 1 game away from getting it, and we were in that game, and then somebody fucking dodged it, and then we were just screwed. It was awful. What's the most annoying thing that has happened to you recently? Probably this. This makes me sad. So Taylor, my assistant, she does my Instagram photo shoots, and she'll do them every once in a while. And so she'll like stylize and like come up with concepts. And one of her concepts was over at the Beverly Hills Hotel, which I've never been there, and is really freaking nice and crazy and one of the most bougie things I've ever done in my life. But we go over there. That's where I was the last 24 hours. Well, not really. I was only there for a few hours, but we go over there, and she has this vision for all these pictures by the pool, which makes me, guys, you don't understand. I hate taking pictures. I hate it to the point, like, it makes me want to throw up. It makes me anxious. I don't like being perceived. Like, I know I'm being perceived right now by a few thousand of you, but you guys are just typies. You're not humans in front of me, so it's different. But taking pictures in front of people walking by or driving by or whatever makes me want to throw up in my mouth and eat it again. And we go to the pool. She wants to do some photos by the pool, and we walk down the pool. There's all these signs that say, please refrain from taking pictures at the pool. And so I go, we have got to get out of here. We're not going to do this. Nope. And she's like, come on. Like, I have all these outfits for the pool, like in front of people. And I was like, nope. Like, I was just so uncomfortable. And then it's a nice place. I've never been. You know what I don't understand? Can I say this about fucking rich shit? Like, you go to this hotel, and whenever you walk in a hallway, if there's a worker, they step to the side by the wall and they say, good afternoon, good morning. You don't need to do that. Like, they act like servants. I'm like, don't do that. And I'm like, and they probably do that because people like complain if they don't do that. And I'm like, who are you guys? It's customary? No, it shouldn't. Why? It shouldn't be. Let's just be human. I don't like it. Yeah, it's a weird classism. I think that's what it is. I don't like that. So did Taylor convince you? No. Nope. No shot. So we ended up taking 1 photo today at the pool. The other one we faked, and it took me 3 hours of sitting at the pool to say, okay, just take the photo as fast as you can. And then she took the photo. I don't even know if it's good. I said, you're done, you're done, you're done. Half the time she'd be in the middle of taking photos, and I'd be like, nope, done. That is something that was annoying to me recently, is having to take photos and exist in public. Really, I'm shy, okay? If you had to take on 1 quality from each member of the yarn, which would you choose? Ooh. Caroline, I think I would choose her charisma. She has this ability to like light up a room. So I think I would take her charisma. Maybe her singing voice would be nice. Sam, I think I would take Sam's quickness. Wit. Yeah, maybe her wit. Is there a right way to propose? I've been in a relationship for 11 years and now I don't know when to do it. You can just show them this. Just do it, forehead. What do you mean? Whatever you do, don't propose. This is my hot proposal take. Do not propose on their birthday. Do not propose on Christmas. Do not propose on Valentine's Day. Those are my only rules. Those are dumb. Cause like, essentially, you do it on Valentine's Day and you're like, hey, happy Valentine's Day. Will you marry me? And I'm like, frick. Now we have to do anniversary and Valentine's Day on the same night forever for the rest of our lives. This is stupid. Also, like, did you get me another present? Because this shouldn't be my present. Yeah, they're just trying to pull a 2-in-1. Do people celebrate their engagement dates? I don't know. I'm not fucking engaged. How is your mental health right now? I don't care to dive into it too deep. It's really bad right now. You can't really tell. I'm very high functioning, but I'm not doing well because I'm still doing my job. This is my job, right? So it's like, and I'm lucky that at least my job, I can, you know, I can wear sweats and I can stay at home. I don't have to go, you know, whatever. I've talked about it before. The DPDR, if you don't know what it is, it's derealization, depersonalization disorder. And so a lot of the times, the best way to describe it is I'm not in my body. I have very limited memory. I have brain fog. I have a hard time. I don't feel anything, which is not a fun way to live your life. And it's just really, really bad right now. One way I've described it is you walk outside and you can see it's windy and you know it's windy, but you can't feel the wind. Like I'm touching my arm right now. I can't feel it. It's so weird. Like we talk about something that happened 4 years ago. I'm like, that's not me. I don't feel attached to that in any way. You can talk about my mom dying. I feel so separated from right now. That's not me whose mom's died. That's somebody else's story, but it is me. And that is something I have to process. process, but I'm not connected to myself. It's really confusing. What is the coolest cookie/cake recipe in your baking arsenal? I think one that people always get impressed by is I do an Earl Grey cake with a honey lavender frosting. People are always really excited by that one. Banana cake with like a fig and cream cheese filling is usually one people get excited by. One of my personal favorites that I don't make enough because it's very unique and it's very heavy is a brown butter squash cake with a brown butter frosting. It's pretty good in the fall. So those, and then cookies. This is one I'm happy I have. My mom, and it'll be in my recipe book. I already have it. My mom has these cookies that we would call crinkle cookies, and they're chocolate crinkle cookies. They're chocolate cookies and you roll them in powdered sugar. I have not made them since she's died, but yeah, I'm happy I have that recipe. I have her recipe, so kind of cool. What do you do in your free time outside of Twitch besides baking? I guess, what are your hobbies? I do a lot of crafts. Right now I've been working on some embroidery. I'll show you guys when it's done, but I can't show you yet. I do bracelets sometimes. I do Legos. I just kind of change what I'm into. What is your go-to food spot if you didn't care about drive? Where would you go to eat? There is this spot that I still think about. One time we stumbled on in there. We were in a different side of town, except for it's very far away from where I freaking live. We stumble into this restaurant and it is the best fucking food. I still think about it. And for a while we used to make the drive and go to this place. But we haven't been there in so long. It's called Tofu Bean. It's in Roland Heights and it's so good. It's so yummy. You get like this soup. You get this tofu soup and I'd order like bulgogi with it. I want to go there. Like, it's been a while since I've been there and I should make the drive and go on the journey, but it's really, 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 really good. And they have the best like bean sprouts and the kimchi's good. And it's so good. It's so good. And they give you like this bubbling tofu soup that's so yummy. I get the mushroom one. It's called Tofu Bean. That is the one place in LA that I've been that I think about. There's nowhere in LA that I like, sometimes it like keeps me up at night. I'm like, I've got to go there besides this place. All right, that's it, everybody. Good AMA. We've done it.